All right. Hey, everybody. He's Ron Sparkman.
That's Bill Hargenrader.
Together with the Mars guys, and we're your co-host for the Space Science and Sci-Fi Summit, where we're bringing space a little closer to home. We're here today with an amazing guest. You might know him as Three or Marcus Boone, but in real life, he's Anthony Lemke. Anthony, welcome to the summit.
Hey, guys. Thanks for having me on the show.
Absolutely. So Ron's great to have you here. Ron's gonna read through your bio, and we're gonna jump right into it.
Oh, all right. Sounds good.
Sounds like you've had a long acting career, but right now we're going to start things off a little differently. We're going to talk about dark matter. At the time of this recording, was recently canceled. One of my favorite shows on one of my favorite sci-fi shows in general. And it sounds like it wasn't canceled because it wasn't popular. There was some business stuff going on behind the scenes of ownership. But can you just share like what your take is and what? Yeah.
I mean, listen, my take is not that far off from the fans' take, which is, I'm a receiver of knowledge. I'm not on the inside track of that. Folks over at SciFi decided that they wanted to move in another direction and they wanted to move on with other shows. They had other acquisitions in the pipeline and decided that dark matter was no longer for them. And so we get the call, kind of like you guys get the tweet or however you guys found out. And there's precious little that you can do about it other than, just sort of say thanks to the fans. And our producer, Jay, and our showrunner, Joe, they're far better placed to do something about it in terms of access in the industry to decision makers. And I know that they are. Listen, Jay at Prodigy Pictures, he's trying hard. He's doing what he can to see if we can't get it picked up by another network. And for us, it's more about being with the fans and just saying thanks and having some closure. If it so happens that Netflix or some of the other networks that have been bubbling around out there are interested in picking up a season 4 or season 5, then that's awesome. But for us, the show has been canceled.
Yeah. And
when I announced that, the response on social media was fantastic. You don't get a chance really beyond some conventions, but you don't get a chance really to understand the impact that the show had on people until it's gone. And then people reach out who might not be so active on Twitter otherwise. They aren't a part of the live tweets or whatever. And you realize that's when we really realized that, wow, this show had a pretty deep impact on a lot of people. So we're super fortunate and thankful that you guys came along on this ride for 3 years with us.
Yeah, awesome. And it's a show about characters. It's a show about story, and obviously it's a sci-fi show, space opera. But I don't watch very many TV shows, and the one just because of the things I'm doing and with my schedule. But we definitely, my wife and I, is a big fan, and we made time for dark matter, and hopefully, I know there's petition out there. We got to go to renewdarkmatter.com. It'll lead you to a petition. I think it's up to almost 30,000 people.
Yeah, that was interesting. That was started by a lady in Scotland who was choked up about the fact that this series was canceled, just like I was and a lot of other fans. And so she said, I'm going to change.org and I'm gonna put a petition up there. And actually, I reached out to her via Twitter, and she said, when I put it out there, I expected like a few hundred people to sign it. And it's 5 days later, and we got almost 30,000 people who've signed it. And that response is overwhelming and wonderful for her. And I think it's wonderful for the community, for people to realize, hey, listen, we're not alone. This show did mean something. And so go there and leave a little message. We do actually try to read most of the messages that are on there. The show meant a heck of a lot to me. And, listen, as I said, maybe there's a chance that someone else will pick it up. Absolutely. The more noise the fans make, the more signatures in the petition, the greater a chance that is. But I don't think that's why we're doing it. We're doing it just to say, listen, let's just have a big party together. And how long will it last? It'll last however long we want it to last. And all those choices that the decision makers and the producers are making, that's going to happen on its own. But that doesn't mean we can't celebrate what we had, and it was a pretty great show.
That's a really great outlook. I love it. Awesome.
So that's it. That's the 4-minute version.
Yeah, no, that was great. That was great. I'm taking tons of notes here from that. But I got to be honest, maybe Ron noticed this too, but I saw a little bit of that Marcus Boone come out of you, and you're like, keep your own counsel.
That's it.
Yeah, that's where it comes from, right there. Keep your own counsel, bud.
Yeah, that's it. Totally. Very well done, by the way.
Well, thank you very much. Okay, well, we're going to wrap things up. We're really happy you spent some time with us today, sharing information, your stories, sharing what's happening with Dark Matter, sharing about Handicap International. As fans ourselves, we're going to keep the fight going to save Dark Matter, renew Dark Matter. We're going to post links below to go to find different sites to join up and to get season 4 and 5 and maybe even 6. Let's get that going. Other than that, I want to thank you so much for your time today, Anthony.
Hey, thanks, guys. Thanks, Bill. Thanks, Ron.
Yep, absolutely. So for everybody out there watching, hope you enjoyed this. Stay tuned for some more amazing interviews with some other speakers on our summit. On behalf of my co-host, Ron, the entire Space Sci-Fi Summit team, wishing you well. And I would like to say that on behalf of the fans, when it comes to saving Dark Matter, you're damn right we're going to do it. We're the crew of the Raza. Take care.
Thanks, guys. Take it easy.
Thank you.